Welcome to another deep dive. Today, we're looking into children's electric ride-ons, specifically the HEIMILI 12V Girls 2-seat electric motorcycle.
Right.
It looks like pure fun, for two kids. But as we found digging through the sources, well, the real story isn't always what you see in the ads. So our mission today is to kind of cut through that marketing, highlight some fascinating contradictions we found, and give you the clear insights.
Exactly. We've been sifting through everything, product specs, those user reviews, all of it, trying to make sense of some, well, conflicting information.
Yeah.
The goal is you'll get a really thorough understanding by the end without, feeling totally overwhelmed by noise.
Okay, so let's jump right in with maybe the biggest head scratcher.
Yeah.
This HEIMILI bike, it has this unique two-seat design. Sounds great.
Yeah, on the surface.
But the weight capacity, we saw numbers like 111 pounds, then 150 pounds, even 120 pounds in different places.
It's quite a range.
So what does what nearly 40-pound difference really mean for safety and, actually using it?
Well, that discrepancy, it fundamentally changes everything. Your safety, how practical it is.
How so?
Think about it. The average 6-year-old girl, according to CDC data, is around 45 pounds.
Okay.
So 2 older kids. They could easily be pushing 90, maybe 100 pounds together.
Right.
If that lower limit, the 111 pounds, is the real limit, then that 2-seat feature, it's really only safe for maybe 2 pretty small children or just 1 older child. Relying on that higher 150-pound figure, especially if it's from, let's say, less solid sources, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, not advisable.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How carefully are these key safety specs being presented?
Definitely. Now, moving on. On paper, this thing sounds super easy to use. Power button, foot pedal, stable 3 wheels. Seems perfect for little ones.
Looks that way. Simple design.
But what did the real-world experiences tell us? How reliable is it?
Well, this is where we see a really stark contrast between how it's supposed to work and what people are actually finding. There's a critical and apparently quite common defect reported again and again in reviews. The accelerator pedal.
The pedal! What about it?
It either doesn't work right out of the box or it fails very soon after the first use.
Oh, wow. So it just won't go.
Exactly. Imagine the disappointment for the child and, frankly, the hassle for the parents. It's not a minor glitch. It's a complete showstopper.
Yeah, that's unusable.
And it seems to affect a significant chunk of buyers.
Yeah.
If you look at the ratings, it's this very distinct U-shape.
U-shape.
Yeah, like 68% give it 5 stars. They love it. But then there's a big group, 16%, who give it just 1 star.
Okay, so love it or hate it, basically.
Pretty much. It strongly suggests what you might call a quality control lottery. You either get a perfect one or you get one that's dead on arrival.
A lottery. Not what you want with a kid's toy. That U-shape really does paint a picture. And another claim that jumped out at us, battery life.
Yes, the battery.
Some sources were suggesting this 12V battery could run for, get this, 3 to 5 hours on a full charge.
3 to 5 hours.
Sounds amazing, if it's true.
And that really begs the question, how realistic is that?
Right, what's more typical?
Based on industry standards for these 12V ride-ons, a much more grounded expectation is probably 60 to 90 minutes. Continuous use.
Okay, so maybe an hour, hour and a half. Big difference from 5 hours.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
So you'll definitely want to manage expectations there. And this sort of ties back to the brand itself, HEIMILI.
Yeah, what about them?
It means home in Icelandic. Apparently, it's a newer brand name.
Yeah.
But the manufacturer, HEIMILI Toysco Ltd., they're based in Shanghai, China, and they've actually been around since 1992.
Okay. So not exactly a new company behind it.
Right. But this direct-to-consumer model they seem to use, well, it can mean good prices sometimes, but it often comes with highly variable quality and maybe less established support if something goes wrong, which absolutely explains that U-shaped review curve we talked about.
That makes sense. Variable quality, variable experiences. So it sounds like getting a working one might be a bit of a toss-up.
It seems that way for some buyers, yeah.
But let's switch gears to something people seemed consistently happy about. Assembly, at least, seems straightforward.
Yes, that was a consistent positive. People generally found it simple, easy to follow. Often it's just putting on the 3 wheels and securing them.
Okay, so that's a plus. A potential relief if you do get a good unit.
Definitely. And look, the features like Bluetooth, the LED lights, they're nice additions, especially for the price.
Sure.
But their value, it only matters if the thing actually works. And if it fits the child.
Right, fits. Let's talk about size. It's recommended for ages 3 to 6, but we heard mixed things.
We did. Some parents found that kids near the top end of that range, say 5 or 6, found it surprisingly small, a bit snug.
So age isn't the best guide here either.
Well, what stands out is that height and weight are often much better indicators than just age alone. Kids vary so much.
Good point. So what should people do?
It's really advisable, check the actual dimensions. It's listed as 41 inches long, 27 wide, 28 high. Compare that to your child.
Measure first.
Exactly. It's just a practical step to avoid another potential issue.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Looking at something like this HEIMILI motorcycle, what's the big takeaway?
Well, I think it's about looking past just the flashy features, the initial appeal.
And understanding the whole picture, quirks and all.
Right. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it just highlights how important critical thinking is, especially now with so much information out there.
So for this specific toy?
For this toy, it means, okay, be aware of that quality control lottery. For safety, probably best to assume the lower weight limit, that 111 pounds.
Right.
And definitely have realistic expectations. For the battery, think 60 to 90 minutes, not hours and hours.
And it raises an important question for you, the buyer.
Yeah. Are you prepared for that potential hassle? A return, an exchange for the chance of getting a good deal on a fun toy.
Exactly. This deep dive really shows, even for something fun like a kid's toy, the details really, really matter.
They absolutely do.
So here's a final thought for you to consider. Next time you see a product online, maybe anything, with those glowing 5-star reviews right next to really critical 1-star failures, ask yourself, what's that U-shaped curve really telling you about the gamble you might be taking? And what steps can you take to maybe stack the odds a bit more in your favor?